Someone asked me, why are we so hard on each other? Why can't we be nicer to each other? And what we don't understand is, just think about it. You have a car. You can't just drive the car every day without doing maintenance on that car. And it's the same thing when it comes to you as a human being, me as a human being. When was the last time any one of us take a few minutes in the morning, take a look at ourselves in the mirror and ask yourself, what type of person was I yesterday? Did I do everything right yesterday? Did I treat that individual right yesterday? What kind of person was I? Did I do everything right? And I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but if every day, or at least once in a while, we can check ourselves and our behavior, man, it would make a huge difference. We have to work on ourselves as Dominicans, as Whitey Cobolians. We have to work on ourselves. We have to make changes. We have to make improvement when it comes to us as individuals. No one is saying you are perfect. I'm not, I'm far from it, and I'm working on myself every day too. When it comes to character, the way I treat others, especially my people, my history, reading a little bit more instead of sitting and watching TV, putting stuff in place, not just for your future, but your children's future. We have to do a lot of work as Dominicans. And it does not matter where you are in the world. It is important to do so, because if you don't, we are all going to be lost. We are all going to be lost. Especially when it comes to our history. Most of us know very little when it comes to our history. Very little. Because everything that was told to us growing up, even now, are a bunch of lies. A bunch of lies. Some of us don't even know who we are. We don't know where we came from. Just think about it. Do you know the amount of us right now who's from the Caribbean that does not know what part of Africa we came from? Do you think that's important? It is very important. It is very important, because to understand a tree, you have to take a look at the roots. To know how strong that tree is, you have to take a look at the type of roots that is under that tree. It could be fibrous root, it could be tap root, it could be aerial root, but you have to take a look at the roots, because that's where it started. A lot of us don't know where we came from, what part of Africa we came from, what tribe in Africa. We don't know. I know, yes, you have to spend a little bit of money to know those things, but it is important for you to succeed in life. You have to know who you are and where you came from. Some of us don't know how powerful we are. Some of us don't know we are direct descendant of God. Some of us don't know that. Some of us don't know that we are the foundation of civilization. Some of us don't know that we invented 90-something plus stuff all over the world. All the stuff that they say that they invented, it's a lie. We did it. We as black people did it. Yet we don't know that. We are not trying to know anything. I know some of us, we are busy trying to put our stuff together, trying to survive, trying to put a couple dollars together. I know that. But if you want to acquire more than a couple dollars, you must work on yourself. Because that is the foundation of everything that is going to come later, is working on yourself. If you don't do any work on yourself, you're not going to go anywhere. It is important that you do maintenance on yourself. Maintenance on yourself. For example, when I left Dominica, I had no degree. No degree. Everybody knows that. All the guys that was in the village, the same village as I am. The only academic stuff that I had was elementary school. Primary school, we call it. And I could not remember a single thing I did in primary school. But I was always straight. I never took drugs, never took all this crazy alcohol because my mom was an alcoholic, so I never liked alcohol. I never cared for it. All right? Never cared for it. So I left the US. I left Dominica with nothing. Nothing academically. Then I had to go high school. And while I was in high school, I used to do flight training to become a pilot. Okay? While I was in high school. Now, when I graduated high school, I was still doing my flight training. Then I started college in professional aviation. I worked on myself. With very little that I had to work on myself. Yes, I had some help. I was surrounded by people that was up there already. Business owners, teachers, like my wife. I met my wife, she was a teacher. She is a teacher. A teacher is always a teacher. She's teaching our kids now. She's home because I'm taking care of home. I put myself in a certain way where my wife don't have to work anymore. She is a teacher. She had her own school in Trinidad. Yeah, a business owner, young woman, and she was a business owner. Teaching kids, have her own school, structured and everything. She's the one running all our businesses. She's at home, but she's working from home on our businesses for herself. So I had to work on myself. If I did not do that, I would be zero. You cannot achieve anything. You will get something, you'll make a couple dollars, but you can't achieve anything big if you are not working on yourself. And not just working to make money or be successful, because that's not what it is about. Because if that's what it was about, I would be successful. I'm not. Comfortable? Yes. You don't have to ask anybody for a dollar? Yes. Because I put stuff in place. But I'm just a regular guy that continues to work on myself. Hopefully one day I'll have something. But it is important to work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, you understand stuff a lot better. You treat people differently. Your head, you hold up your head at a certain level. You don't bow. You don't turn your head. You don't lower your eye. You embrace stuff in a different way with confidence, not arrogance, but confidence. Proud, because you know who you are. You know that you are the foundation of civilization. You know that you are the original people. When you go to the Catholic Church with your little niece or your little daughter or your little boy, you will be able to teach them certain things. Because yes, we know there are certain things in the church that we grow up with. That is their stuff, man. That you don't. But you have to educate your child. Just think about it. You go to the church, your little child go to the church. We never thought about that, huh? But if you do work on yourself, you're gonna think about all those type of things. Think about it. I used to be in the Catholic Church. I grew up in the Catholic Church. My dad was a layman. I grew up in the church. And I remember I used to be a very little troublesome little guy running all around. So while everybody in church, I was on a mango tree behind the church. So sometimes they would grab me, they would come get me and hold me in my pants like this and take me all the way to the front of the church. Okay? Because I was so troublesome around them time as a kid. But in the church, there are these images of white Jesus. That's what we grew up seeing. White Jesus, white Virgin Mary, Jesus on the cross, and the white man with a sword or an arrow on top of a black man that they call the devil. They call that black man Satan. See, they put him in black, right? Now, if you do some work on yourself, you'll know what color is Satan. Satan is nothing close to black right now. If you were to look at stuff a different way, if you were to do some more research on your history, you will know that the real Satan is not black. Because there is no way the real Satan could be black after what we went through for 400 years. So we have to do some work on ourselves. So here goes this white man over that black Satan. Now, think about it. When a child, you take that little innocent child, you're not paying any attention. You're hallelujah. You're in church. You're having fun. You're praying and all that stuff to the white man. Now, think about it. That little child is scanning the entire area, scanning the entire church. And all the windows on the church have this white man. I have nothing against white people. The nicest people I've met around the world are white people. The nicest people I've met around the world are white people. If there was a white man and a black man sitting on a chair, and I need help, do you know who I'm going to ask? I will ask the white man. And that does not mean I will not ask the black man because he's bad or no. It's just because I expect him, and I know he may not help me because I know that from experience. And it's not because he's a bad person. It's because he hasn't done work on himself. He don't know who he is. He don't know where he came from. You understand what I'm saying? He don't know who I am as another black person because he haven't done enough work on himself. But the white guy who think that he's superior and he's above me will help me. Because when he helped me, and I'm not saying they are all the same, but when he helped me, he's going to even feel more superior because he helped a black man in need. So therefore, he will help me. But the black man will not. That does not mean they will all do the same, but from experience, I remember walking up to a black man in New York. I was new to the US and I asked him for some direction because I was on Wall Street somewhere, and I was asking for some direction, and he looked at me, he looked up, he looked down. I was in my jeans, my Timberlands, brand new stuff, so it's not like I was shakalek. Yeah, he looked me up, he looked down, and he just turned his head. He turned away from me. He turned away from me. I remember my vehicle broke down. I think I had a flat tire on the side of the road. And I did not have a spanner in the vehicle too, a wheel spanner. And a white guy stopped and he helped me out. He didn't even ask me to help him. He changed the damn tire. He helped me. You think a black guy would do that? No. No. But here goes something else. I remember while I was in Dominica, a guy broke down. My wife can tell you the story. I'm not a black man like me. While I was in Dominica, he broke down. I was heading to the airport. I was busy. I had no time. But he broke down. He did not have a jack. I stopped. Although I was busy to catch my flight, I gave him my jack and I gave him a description of my place so that he can drop the jack home for me. He fixed his vehicle and he dropped the jack home for me. I am a black man who helped another black man, but why do you think I helped that other black man? It's because I am doing work on myself. It's because I understand who I am. It's because I know where I came from. I know where I'm going. I know who I am. Because I'm working on myself. And I know when I see another black man and I see a sister, I see a black woman, I see family, I see my people. Although I get disappointed sometimes because of the way they behave towards me when I say hello, but the love is there. I get a warmth in my heart when I see another black person, and it does not matter where. That's just the way I am, because I have been doing work on myself. So it is important, man, as we as Caribbean people. I remember going to St. Lucia, and nice people, St. Lucia, nice people, but in the restaurant, they were so serious. I felt like a stranger. I don't know why. I felt like a stranger. I was in the hotel, and the hotel had a restaurant, and I felt like because I never got a smile from anybody. And I'm saying that so that just to create awareness, so that we can check ourselves. The next day I was there, they were like a white woman and a white man, and everybody was laughing with them. And here I am sitting down by myself like a stranger. Nobody paid any attention to me. I'm spending money. So we need to check ourselves. Even at the customs, a white person will come in with the same documents, same everything, and they will pay a couple dollars and they will get out. Everything will be fine. Me, I would come and they would scrutinize everything. They would pull out everything from the barrel, and that same other person who's a different complexion, different race, will come with a container, and they would not even look into the container. They would just let them go. While I have a little barrel, and they would make a comment, you couldn't tell me Bill Gates was there? That's what they said one time. You couldn't tell me Bill Gates was there? That's a comment. And guys are talking about negativity and stuff. It's not about negativity. It's creating awareness. It is checking ourselves. Because that same person you are criticizing, Bill Gates, I don't want to be Bill Gates. I don't want to be Bill Gates. Bill Gates is Bill Gates. Jefferson is Jefferson. I don't want to be anybody else. I want to be me. And I work hard to be me. So that's how it is down there in the Caribbean. And it's everywhere in the Caribbean. It may be a little bit easier, maybe, but it's everywhere. We have to check ourselves. If we don't, we can't go anywhere. So guys, like and subscribe. Let's have a discussion. It doesn't matter, negative or positive. I'm tough enough, I can handle it. Maybe I'll go in a corner and cry or something, but I'll handle it, man. Okay? So it's all good. All right?